Hello, good evening. How's it going? Thierry here from thierryalexander.com. I hope you're well, that you're having a good week, and that plenty of good, positive outcomes are coming your way in whichever area that you have. So let me know, where are you tuning in from? What have you been up to so far this week, and what are you looking to achieve or to do or to create by the end of this week. Excuse me. So let me just check as always, because you've got to check that your systems are good. And I'm going to check that by the end of this week. Yeah, the sound is good. So let me know if on your side you can also hear me well, and if you can see me well, and where are you tuning in from. I love traveling, as you may know, and I love knowing where in the world you are connecting with me from. So for those of you that are new here or anywhere you are finding this video and you are connecting with me, my name is Terry from terryalexander.com, as I said. And each and every single week we're meeting here at some point through the week. Yet on Thursday, 8 p.m., we are here talking about the topic which is related, well, to talk about, yeah, the topic which is related to the blog that came out on Monday earlier that week. Each and every single week at 8 p.m. we do that. On Monday, as you've understood, there's a new blog that comes out as well on thierryalexander.com right here. And actually it's 122 because we are on episode number 122. So attached to these blogs, there's always also a freebie that you can download for free. Sometimes it would be a cheat sheet, a guide of some sorts. It can be a challenge that you can download and consume. We recently finished the goal setting challenge that I do each and every single year around January. And that one is now all on replay within this group, of course, but I'm going to pack it together as a course, a free course that you can take and also download all the documents, the guides that were attached and provided throughout this challenge. Now, this week, the topic of the blog was 6 necessary elements to make more sales, which obviously in there, in this blog, I'm sharing the 6 elements that, I wanted to share with you. So attention, awareness, understanding of what you offer, familiarity, likability, trust, etc. So if you want to go and revisit that, you can go obviously on this, thierryalexander.com/122. And the freebie, let me just check. It was the email, yeah, the simple list leverage, which is basically a pre-recorded free 5-day challenge on helping you to set up your email marketing system and helping you as well to attract your first subscribers. And if you already have such systems, it will help you to develop further or revisit some principles that might help you in your established system, so that you can go and visit it. It's right here. And what I want to talk in addition of that blog that came out on Monday is 2 essentials to know in order to attract more clients and make more sales in your business. Very important. That's what you're in business for, right? Of course, I'm sure you want to help your audience. That should be the primary thing, right? Whatever it is that you're helping them with. Yet you essentially want, if you're in a business that is there to make profit, then you have to have more clients and more sales, um, uh, to be able to flourish, right? So what are those 2 essentials? The first is to have a demand. Okay, a demand in the market. I'm just gonna see here. Um, to have a demand in the market for what it is that you are providing. Okay, so you want to know that there is a market for what you have, and I'll give you a hint. There's a market for anything, any and everything. There are crazy stories out there of people selling things that you would never have thought possible. I don't have one on top of my head, but I can definitely go and look for them, because I've learned and came across some type of businesses and products and services that I'm thinking, How on earth can people make thousands and some even millions of pounds or dollars or euros with such service product or whatever it is? So um, trust and believe that whatever it is that you have or that you want to provide the marketplace, there is a demand for it. Now that takes me on the next on the next point, supply. Of course, if there's a demand, it means that a supply can be possible. So are you able to supply the market demand and make sure that you're serving that audience in the best way possible, in your best ability? What do you have that can serve people, and how can you provide it to them? What sort of system do you have? Do you do it in person? Do you do it digitally? Do you do it in what form? Maybe a hybrid between the two, online as well as in person. What is your system? So I'm kind of going a little down on it, but like supplying, uh, it's the whole thing that we've got to look at. It's not only, oh, okay, there's a demand for losing weight. I've got a weight loss product. Okay, great. I'm in business. Technically, you can. Supply, though, is the whole infrastructure on how you're going to proceed in order to provide that weight loss product to the marketplace for those that need and want this product of yours potentially. Okay, because obviously one thing to remember as well is that not everyone is your customer. Not everyone will be your customer. You've got to be at peace with that. You've got to, get that out of your mind if that's something you believe, which I used to believe myself. I used to think that everyone outside my house door were my potential clients. But then I've forgotten that the word potential was essential in those two words, potential clients. They are not necessarily my clients to be. Why is that? Why is that? Well, we are not like everybody. Not everybody is like us. We don't like everybody. Not everybody like us. We have different personalities. They may clash. Not that they may clash, but they might not fit. Okay, and I always take the massive, most obvious examples of companies to reflect that when I'm talking to my clients that have a difficulty to understand. Not everyone in the world are going to be their clients. They're not going to be able to save the entire world. And those type of examples that I tend to take is, first, let's say, Apple and Dell. You take both of them, they are selling computers. They're selling computing stuff, right? Do they have everyone in the market in every single country? No, because some people would say, oh, Dell is amazing and I love it for this and I love it for that. Some other people would say, no, Dell is connected to such and such organization or whatever. I don't like the system because it's Windows and I prefer to be closing my windows from the left hand side on Mac versus on the right hand side on Windows. I don't know. And vice versa, some people will go positive or negative on Mac, on Apple. Okay, like I love them for this. I love them for that's me. I love them for the reliability. I love them for the fact that it is a machine that works for a very long time. I've got my MacBook Pro for almost 10 years. Well, actually, yeah, I got pretty much 10 years soon because I got it. It was in August or September 2012. So that is coming to 10 years and it's working perfectly well. I just recently, a few months ago, took it for the very first time to the laptop surgeon, as I call him, to change the hard drive because obviously it's been almost 10 years. The thing is slowing down. It changed that and everything is running like it's a brand new laptop, right? So anyway, that's me, right? So some people would like one or the other. That's the bottom line of what I'm trying to say. If you're in the UK, we can take the example of Costa versus Cafe Nero, okay? And we can even add the global, worldwide known coffee shop, coffee store, Starbucks, okay? Everyone will have their own opinions on each and every single one of them. They'll prefer one rather than the other for whatever reason, although they're all very similar. Um, Yet, even the most global coffee shop called Starbucks in pretty much every single countries is not gathering everyone in their business to drink their coffee. Another, and I'll move on because that's another example I'm going to give you, but like really to stress the point that it's so important to take that out of your mind that everyone is going to be your customer. They are your potential customers. They are not necessarily going to be your customer. So, our last one, as I said, I was going to share Amazon. I mean, drop the word Amazon if you ever bought something on Amazon. If you love maybe Amazon, if you perhaps are a prime Amazon subscriber and consumer, maybe you are an Amazon, I don't know, they have TV stuff or music stuff now on there, I think. So let me know if you use it, but trust and believe that they don't have the whole world, even if you would think so. And I can guarantee you they don't have every single one people, every single one person in the world, because first and foremost they are not trading in Thailand, for example. Okay, so that's one country already which is out of the picture. um, but even here in the UK or in, you know, not everybody has them. Some people don't even have smartphones. Some people don't even use internet. That was my grandmother, right? She only passed away last year or the year before. um so yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you get the point, but basically, get out of the mindset that everyone is a customer, because that's ain't gonna happen, my friend. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, the bearer of bad news, but that is the blunt truth, the blunt, pure, honest truth. So obviously, as well, I just mentioned the blog of the week, which is 6 necessary elements to make more sales in your business. I even gave you the few the sort of bullet points of what they cover, those 6 necessary elements. Now, if you want to get access to this, because there's also a freebie attached to it, then you can go on thierryvalexander.com/122. Let me put it in bigger here. And that will give you access to the blog, which you can revisit. I always, like, talk about the topic which is in alignment to the blog, yet not sharing word for word exactly what's on there, because there would be no point, right, for you to go on the website otherwise. And apart from downloading the freebie, which you've got access on there. And this week it is the free 5-day simple list leverage challenge. As I said, it's to help you set up your email marketing system, as well as attract new subscribers, or your very first subscribers maybe, and refine your methodology in that particular strategy. Okay, so I want to share also a couple of other things in terms of how to make more sales. As I said, to attract the right clients. By attracting the right clients and using those 2 essentials elements that I've just talked about, knowing the demand that is in the market, if what you have in mind is on demand, but also knowing how you're going to supply it. What channels are you going to use? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, email marketing? It's a big thing. And even if you are using all the social media, Twitter and Snapchat, whatever it is, then I always recommend to transfer and connect your followers, your your fans, whatever you call them, onto your email list, because that you have control over. This is why I'm giving you access to this challenge for you to dive into, because it's so important, so crucial to have an email marketing system and strategy, because anything should happen to social media, you at least are safe enough to still have a conversation, relationship building, and engagement with your audience. You can still share whatever it is that you share as content. You can still send them your offers. You can sell your products, your services. You can communicate. When we had the outage happening for about 8 hours on all the platforms that are owned by Facebook, sorry, Meta, Metaverse, then, it was great to still be able to rely on email, because for 8 hours, if the business is only on social media, well, how much more sales can you make when everything is down? None. But if you have an email system in place where you can communicate and grow your subscribers, then you can still sell no matter what. Okay, you've got no worries. You own that. Nobody can shut your account. Nobody can censor you. It is yours to keep and also yours to manage. So all that to say also that before finding your clients, your potential customers, your followers, your fans, you've got to know your audience. You've got to know, and I always also stress that and emphasize this aspect of knowing who you want to serve. Not just knowing your audience, but knowing who you want to serve. It's really important to remember that you're a business owner and that you've got control over who it is that you want to serve, that you want to work with and partner with. You can choose. The power of choice. Use it. Freedom of choice. We still have it. So use it to your advantage. Don't take it for granted, my friend. Just going on other topics here if I keep going. But just like get to know who you get to choose who you want to serve, and nothing is stopping you to change the audience you want to serve. Maybe and you're most likely going to try a few before finding the one that is really striking a chord within yourself. Believe me, I've been through the process, still sometimes on transition. I've got things going on in the background. Yet it is really important to know who you're serving, because that's when you've decided, I want to help such and such markets. I want to help solve that problem that they are experiencing, that challenge they are facing on a regular basis. From that standpoint, you can then go in the places where they are hanging out. When you know who you want to serve, you can figure out the right message. You can craft the right marketing message, if you may. But just let's not talk about marketing message, like message, how you want to talk to them, and gather the information of what is it that they are having challenges with, problems with, and what is the desired outcome that they want, as well as the solution, which is the bridge between those challenges of theirs, and the desired outcomes that they are wanting to manifest within their lives. What is your bridge? What is your solution? Once you have this and you crafted a message that is not there to pitch at every time, like buy from me, buy one get one free, join my business, I've got a promotion here, another promotion there. That's not what crafting a message is. Crafting a message that speaks to your audience should really speak to them in a way that makes them want to ask you for more information, make them gravitate towards you, if you may. That's called attraction marketing. Okay. And this is the most effective strategy that I've ever used in everything that I've been doing. When applied, it works like I don't know, strawberry on cakes. I don't know what I'm saying here, but maybe because I'm reconnecting with my background of pastry chef and stuff, and all now my conversations are all, about food and pastries and sweetness and this and that. So anyway, um, some good food metaphors for you. Um, Now, when you figured out who they are, as I said, you can also find them. Where are they going to hang out? Like, you've got to do a market research. You've got to talk to your people. You've got to survey them, whether they maybe the profile of your ideal client is the same as one of your friends. Perhaps you can then interview your friend, ask him or her, can I ask you a few questions, because your profile is actually the same as the client, the market that I'm trying to reach out to in order to provide my services, my products or opportunity. Can I ask you some questions to see how I could actually serve in the best way possible? Maybe the profile is uh, hanging out in some Facebook groups. Therefore, you can go there and ask questions, survey, and obviously engage, build relationships, and then follow up with them, build a closer relationship, put them into your private funnel system where you can talk to them, and from there the sales are becoming way easier. Way easier when someone knows you because they've been then following you, checking your content. So you've got to be active at doing that as well. Then they start liking you, because if they hang out with you like on a regular basis, online or offline, it's because obviously they like something about you, and they probably like the content you're sharing. And if that carries on, then you are building trust. Once the trust is in place, selling is just like that. Now, you've got to have a product that is making them want what you have, of course. You've got to know your market. Like, I'll give you an example. I was just talking about food, right? And I've just said that one of my very first, actually, very first background, professional background, is as a pastry chef. I qualified as a pastry chef. I worked as a pastry chef for 6 years in my life, almost 7. And I just knew I didn't want to do a career out of it. Yet I just stepped away. And then recently, about 8 months ago, I've reconnected with it after my boyfriend drilled my brain for years on when I was going to make a cake, when am I going to show my skills, etc. For our 5th-year anniversary, I've made a heart-shaped strawberry cake with like custard cream inside and sponges and all that. Loved it. Looked very professional. I'm not just. It's not for me to flatter what I've done, but it looks like it would be in the shops, in French bakery and boulangerie and patisserie. Anyway, so since then, so 8 months ago, I reconnected with that side of mine, and I thought, okay, do you know what? Actually, I enjoyed the process. I will make a new pastry every time we've got guests coming for dinner or lunch or something, which I did. I stayed the course with what I've said. I committed to it with fun, not force whatsoever. No strategy there. It was just for the pleasure of it, and make people feel good and appreciate that, and for me to have fun, reconnecting with that side of me, of mine. And this time of the year in January, and I'm rounding up here, right? But in January in France, we are celebrating what we call the Epiphany. Epiphany in France is celebrated by this cake called the Galette des Rois, which is the cake of the king, made of puff pastry, almond cream, and and custard cream as well. Within that cake, there's a figuring where that when people get the person that gets it by biting into it, they become the queen or the king. Okay, and it's normally they also have to pay for the round of drinks to their friends. Hence, they've changed from, like in the 18th century, from a bean to a porcelain figuring, because some malicious, not malicious, but like cheeky buggers were swallowing the bean, right? A little more difficult to swallow a porcelain figuring. Anyway, so I reconnected with that, and this month I thought, instead of ordering it to a French baker that I've been ordering for the past 2 years, I'm going to make it myself. What a concept. I have the skills. I can make it. I've reconnected with my that side of mine, the profession really, and my qualifications, and the recipes and all that. So I'll make it this year. So lo and behold, I've made it. My boyfriend loved it. A friend of ours loved it, who's a chef as well. She shared it in a couple of WhatsApp, Facebook groups that she has in her area. I had 2 orders in minutes. And then I shared it in a Facebook group that is the French in London Facebook group. Obviously, I know my audience, right? So, like, I know these people love this cake called the Galette des Rois, the cake of the king. And in like about an hour, I had 25 inquiries. 25 inquiries, guys, in about an hour, just because I know the demand, I had the supply, and I've got everything around, and I know how to channel it in order for people to ask me for more information. They were dropping on in my spam inbox in Messenger, because when you're not connected with people, that's where they end up. With all messages, can you give me the prices? When can I order for? This, that, can you deliver here, deliver there? Do you do gluten free? Do you do vegan? Do you do this? Do you do that? 25 inquiries. I have so far six confirmed orders, and they keep coming. What a concept. What a concept. So know the demand. If you have to your supply, if you have the supply, know how to supply it. Know your audience inside out, and find them, craft a message that is really speaking to them, and put it in front of them as often as possible, without always pitching. That's not what I'm talking about here, right? Be a human first, a marketer second, and then you will build relationship based on a know, like, trust factor, which is going to make people gravitate towards you, asking you for more information. And that, my friend, is going to be the sweet spot of your freedom lifestyle. The sweet spot of your freedom lifestyle, because this is how you are creating cash on demand. If you didn't know how, today you've got, some bits how to go about it, to meditate on. And if you have any questions, let me know. Like, does that make sense? Did you get value? What resonated with you? I'm just checking if there's any questions on my phone, because sometimes it doesn't appear. But did you have any aha moment, maybe, or anything that you're already doing that maybe you already knew from what I've shared, that you want to emphasize something about? Perhaps you want to give some further tips. Feel free to share in the chat. I'm here to engage with you. I'm here to even, learn from you. I'm not a not it all, right? I don't know it all. I don't know it all. I'm still learning, and I've got lots to learn. I'm so excited for certain things that are coming my way. Like, as we speak, there are exciting things that are coming my way. I will share when the time is right, in the next few weeks or so. I will share, but yeah, I've got a lot to learn still. It's exciting. And in fact, I will also do a topic on not getting stuck in the learning for certain reasons. I'll share with you, because it can easily be the way we take when we have some limiting beliefs, but that will be a whole other conversation we'll have together. So let me know if you got some value. If you did, feel free to share this, to invite your people in this community. They will get the same content, and they get access also to the blog with the freebie, the simple list leverage 5-day challenge, which is completely recorded, lifetime access, and they'll probably thank you for it. So thank you so much for tuning in. Sending you lots of love, kindness, success, and I shall see you on the next episode. Thank you. This is a wrap. Bye bye.